Well, a local staffing agency is getting the conversation started when it comes to diversity.
In fact, their weekly webinars are getting a lot of attention in the community. Nicole DiDonato joining us now with how you too can get involved. Good morning.
And good morning to all of you. So, they actually have a webinar coming up later this morning. We'll talk about that in a bit. But first, mixed staffing and recruiting started out as a way to help women and minorities find jobs. And now they've really turned their focus to giving those who don't have a voice a voice. So, Sarah Knuster says that her company has always stood behind diversity, equity, and inclusion, even recruited diversity in the workplace. But she says the death of George Floyd really opened her eyes to all the injustice and pain in our country. Realizing she could no longer stay silent, especially having a Black husband and a Black daughter. Well, she created these weekly webinars, and each week they feature Black panelists sharing their stories, their experiences in racism, and the change they want to see happen. And they invite anyone to join who has that desire to learn, change, and break the cycle.
I have learned that people genuinely are just so hurt and they're exhausted. They're exhausted of being the one token Black person. They're exhausted of, hey, now we need a diversity, equity, and inclusion division. What I've learned is we as white people need to be bringing more diversity all of the time to the table, not just when things like this happen. We need to be intentional. We need to be aware of people around us.
And again, she's getting a lot of great feedback. Another one of these webinars happens this morning at 9. You can watch it on Facebook Live at the Mixed Staffing and Recruiting's Facebook page, even register via Zoom. And if you go to their Facebook page, you will see past webinars as well to get you caught up and, maybe get you interested in some of the things that they had spoken about before. But they do have a few more coming up, so you'll definitely want to tune in for those. But now, live at home, I'm Nicole DiDonato, Fox 17 News.